In 1962, Frank Morris and the Anglin brothers, Clarence and John, attempt to pull off one of the most audacious prison escapes in history.
What's unique about it is that these men took time to really study all the different weaknesses of the island.
You can't break out through the tool-proof bars of the cell, but you can dig out of the concrete at the back of them.
They realized that they could get out through the back of their cells into that pipe chase and up the pipes to the roof.
On the top of the cell block, there was a ventilator that had been removed during the Battle of Alcatraz and never replaced, so they realized at that point that that could be a way out.
The men create a secret workshop above their cells where they work during the night.
They have dummy heads with hair from the barbershop and left in their cells, and at night they go through the holes in the back.
And then they would go up and work, all under the cover of these officers that were walking around the cell block.
For weeks on end in their workshop, they piece together a getaway raft.
This raft is made almost completely from repurposed raincoats. Inmates could wear raincoats to the rec yard and leave them there, and our escapees could then wear the raincoat back inside of the prison. The inventory was done after the escape, and they were missing 50 to 70 raincoats.
After months of preparation, the inmates complete all of the gear they need for their escape. Their last obstacle is to unbolt the ventilation fan that leads to the roof of the prison.
On the night of June 11th, 1962, about 15 minutes after lights out, John, Clarence, and Frank are getting to the top of their cell block.
The night of the escape has arrived. Darkness and uncertainty awaits, but there will be no turning back now.
They climb up all of the plumbing to the top of the cell block and then remove the ventilator.
As soon as they push the ventilator grill open onto the top of the cell house, they see the night sky and freedom.
John, Clarence, and Frank are on the roof. They're running, they're dropping supplies.
They make their way down this exhaust pipe. They go over another kind of a chain link fence and some barbed wire.
They have to now make their way to the water's edge.
And using this concertina device, they inflate the raft, they inflate their life preservers, and then they go out into the darkness into the bay.
The water is what kills you if you try to escape. It ain't the sharks. You will die from hypothermia if you can't make it in less than 20 minutes.
The night of the escape is the last time anyone ever reports seeing Frank Morris, Clarence Anglin, or John Anglin. The official prison report states that all three men drowned in the San Francisco harbor that night. However, no bodies are ever found.
But it don't really matter whether they made it or not from there to San Francisco. If they died in the water, they died free because they did escape Alcatraz.
It's a secret that Rock is not giving up.
My first visit to the island was about 2 days after that escape attempt. We're standing there looking at the cells. The dummy heads were still there. And a senior officer came up and said to the associate warden, he said, "These guys beat us. They beat us bad." This is the kind of escape the staff can talk about. There are no hostages. Nobody gets injured. The guys are gone, and it's simply being able to outsmart the staff, and the staff realizing all the mistakes in security that they allowed to happen.
Alcatraz had maintained its reputation as being inescapable. But in 1962, the greatest strength also became its greatest weakness. The concrete and the security elements had eroded over that time.
And within a year after the Great Escape, the Bureau of Prisons closes Alcatraz for good.